And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. It's Bilski back here with you. Welcome back to the Bilski channel here, and welcome back to some more of Phillies baseball as played on MLB 21, the show. Glad to be back on with you. It's been a long time. Actually, it's been since, I believe, the last week of April. I actually played my last game on here. Well, to bring you up to speed, as you see the lineups here, we'll get to the Braves lineup in a minute. Just got on Facebook and saw the lineup that was posted, and that is today's lineup. You see it here. You see McCutchen will be playing left field as usual, leading off. Mean Gene, who really came off the injured list with some impact last night, as he'll be playing second base. He knocked in a few runs last night, added with some hits, so he's batting in the 2-hole tonight. As you see, there is no Rhys Hoskins. He has the day off. Bryce Harper, the right fielder, he'll be batting third, batting fourth. The catcher, the captain, JT Realmuto. Alec Boehm in that fifth spot, playing the hot corner. Sir Didi Gregorius at shortstop, batting sixth. Brad Miller, the utility guy of the team, he'll be manning first base tonight and batting in the seventh spot. Odubel Herrera, the new and improved Odubel Herrera. Kind of edited him up a little bit, got the dreads off of him, and actually got him looking more like Odubel Herrera. I don't know who created him. I guess it actually came from the rosters that the show put out, but he's looking more like Odubel in real life. And, of course, batting ninth and pitching will be Vince Velasquez. That is your starting nine. And you take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Not really much has changed. The lineup still remains the same. We'll be getting into the game in just a few moments here. I'm just kind of getting my stuff together here. By the way, you can also follow the Real Life Phillies and what I'm doing here on the show on my Facebook page. The Bilski's Phillies Season is actually what it's called. So you can make sure to tune in there. Also want to make mention, my good friends at the Wrestling Network, which I'm also a part of on Facebook, got a big wrestling spectacular coming up. Some fantasy warfare, if you will. My good friend GotMark76 will be dropping a new show. Him and our good friend Zach, Deli0316, will be calling the action on Monday, May 17th for Slamboree. That should be most interesting, as GotMark76 never ceases to amaze with his unique fantasy warfare version of retro wrestling on the PlayStation. So we're going to get right into it here. We'll get to the Braves lineup when they come up to bat. So we're going to jump right in as you take a look at the lineups before you there. Again, it's McCutchen, Segura, and Harper, Realmuto, Boehm, Gregorius, Miller, Odubel Herrera, and Vince Velasquez. Yes, it is MLB 21, the show. We are live at Truist Park as Game 2 of this 3-game series is about to take place. Phils were the winners last night with a final score of 12-2, but the Braves may be looking to put some ice on the red-hot Phillies right now, but I think the Phillies will be more than up to the challenge. But Ian Anderson, not to be confused with the guy from Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson will toe the slab for the Bravos as Phils are ready here, and we are about to get ready with our first pitch. Obviously, you're seeing last year's stats, not actually playing the live version, playing the edited rosters. As here we go. First pitch of the game. Fouled off. I mentioned at the top of the show here, of the broadcast, that Rhys has the day off, and it will be Brad Miller who's in at first base. So we'll see how well that goes. And the next pitch on the way from Anderson. Once again, fouled off. Anderson coming with some high heat in the first two pitches. Outside for a ball. Beautiful day in Atlanta as you take a look at 60 degrees at Truist Park. As the beautiful architecture and buildings in the background here. Very nice park, by the way. Never been, but it looks good. And Kutch sends this one deep. And he's going to at least get two out of this one. So Andrew McCutchen leads off the game here with a double. So there you see Kutch there. As we take you back here, and he jumped all over this one. I thought it might actually get out of here in a hurry, but dropped right in front of the wall. So Andrew McCutchen on second base now, a double, and that'll bring up Mean Gene. Came off the injured list just last night. Just outside and a little high, perhaps. Mean Gene came in last night and added to that 12-2 trouncing that the Phils put on the Bravos yesterday. We'll see if we can replicate that here in this one. Pops it up. Kutch is going to have to hold there. I think they may hold him. Yeah, they're going to hold him there. I want to test that arm. It probably would have been out anyway. So that's one out here with Kutch on second base. And you take a look at the starting lineup there of our fighting Phils. It's McCutchen, Segura, and Harper, Real Muto, Bohm, Gregorius, Miller, Dubes, and Double V. That is your starting 9 as Bryce Harper steps up to the plate. Outside for a ball. Going to try to do more of these games, just have not had the time nor the energy to, I'll be honest with you, to get on here and do some games, but hope to get more of these games in. This is the actual game that will take place later tonight between these two teams. Harper sends this one out to left. I don't know if it's going to be, no, it's going to stay in the park and be caught. And that'll be 2 outs here with Kutch still on second base. I probably should have sent him, but I didn't want to test the arm of their center fielder. And that will bring up JT Realmuto, the captain. We'll see if JT can get something going here. JT fouls it off down the right field side there. 0-1. Capacity House here at Truist Park here in Atlanta. Wow, nice curveball there, but JT fouls that one off. 0-2 the count. Kutch will be off and running on this one. And it doesn't matter. It'll be a strike him out, throw him out, and, oh, I'm sorry. He made it. Okay, I thought that would be an out. So apparently JT, even though it was strike 3, he actually beat out the throw. All right, very good. So we got runners at the corners here with Alec Bohm to the plate. Outside for a ball. Alec Bohm, very promising future there at the hot corner there for the Phillies. As I mentioned before in previous broadcasts, runner-up the Rookie of the Year. Just that one foul. A little late on the swing. One and one the count to Alec Bohm. And that, my friends, will drop in for a hit, and that will definitely score the run. JT on his way to third. So Alec Bohm with an RBI single here. And the Phils jump up to a 1-0 lead here early going in the first inning. And that'll bring up Sir Didi. Fastball in there for a called strike. So apparently Ian Anderson running into a little bit of trouble here in the first inning, as did Charlie Morton last night. See if the Phillies can replicate some of that damage that happened in the first inning last night. Fouls that one off. So if you're just tuning in, the Phillies up to a 1-0 lead here in the early going as Alec Bohm was on first base, knocked in Mean Gene. And that will probably do it. Routine ground ball, throws out Didi Gregorius, and that will end the inning. But it's Alec Bohm who strikes with his RBI single as he knocks in Mean Gene, and the Phillies are on the board first. So after a half an inning, it is 1-0 Fightins. There you see Double V. In his last outing, he actually got the win. Didn't do that bad. Struck out a lot of batters, and he was relegated to the bullpen to make room for Matt Moore. But since his last appearance, Joe Girardi has seen fit to keep him in there in the starting rotation, and I can't quite frankly blame him. You got to go with the hot hand. Speaking of a hot hand, here's Ronald Acuna Jr. Interesting view behind the pitcher here at Truist Park. Swing and a miss for a strike. Somebody's got to tell Acuna Jr. those things don't match. Those colors just don't match, man. That's horrible. Sorry. Stickler for detail. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. So 0-2 quickly on the star of the Braves. And the pitch. And that is fisted out to right, but Bryce is right there with the glove and puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the first baseman.
And you take a look at the starting 9 for the Braves. Acuna has already flown out. That'll bring Freddie Freeman to the plate. A perennial all-star and one of the true power hitters in the game. Well, echo there. So 1-0 to Freddie Freeman here. Vince rocks into the windup and the pitch. In there for a high strike. Woody Keller behind the plate. Hopefully he'll be accurate in his calls tonight of balls and strikes. And the 1-1 pitch. A changeup. Just kind of dribbles it down over to Vince. Can he throw him out? Yes, he does. So Vince Velasquez helps himself out there with a quick play as kind of a swinging bunt there by Freeman. But Vince got that ball down to Mr. Miller right quick. And here's Marcell Ozuna. 2 quick outs here in the first inning. A little low for a strike. Low for a ball. If you're just joining, Phil's out to a 1-0 lead early with the RBI single by Alec Boehm. Curveball, he left it right where he shouldn't, but luckily it was right to Mean Gene. Throws it in the dirt, Miller scoops, and that will end the inning on an almost missed throw there. So after 1 complete, it's 1-0 Phillies. Speaking of Mr. Miller, Brad Miller on his way to the dish here. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he'll be playing first base for Reese tonight. Low for a ball. Miller, quite the journeyman and also quite the utility player. He's played the outfield. He's played second base. He's played third base. Obviously back tonight at first. I was going to swing at that too. Beautiful night for baseball. A little cool in the 60s in Atlanta. And the 1-1. A curveball that Miller got, but it was right to the left fielder, and that will be out number 1. Thought that might have dropped in place, but take a look at the defensive arrangement here for the Bravos. Ozuna, Pache, and Acuna Jr. patrolling the outfield. Ozuna with that put out. And here is Dubes. Odubel Herrera, who hit a 3-run home run last night. Well, it looks like he was swinging for the downs on that one. Yes, this particular player in this game was not in the game. He was actually created late by the people at Sony that do the roster updates for MLB The Show. Did a decent job on him. Of course, I had to get rid of the dreads, as in real life Odubel did as well. 1-1 here to Odubel Herrera. Oof. Change-up. So 1-2 here with 1 out here in the top half of the second. Wow. I thought he was going to get rung up for sure there, but 2-2. And the pitch in. Dubes pokes it. I think that might be caught, and it will be. So that will be out number 2. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Double V himself, Vince Velasquez. Let's see if Vince can help himself out here. I can't help it. I just like to swing. I mean, that's just me. I hate taking walks. I'm very impatient, and that's why I swing a lot, just in case you're wondering. Low in the dirt. 1-1 the count to Double V. Here's the pitch. Another one in the dirt. 2-1. Pitcher versus pitcher here. I probably should have let that go, but nevertheless. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top half of the second, and the pitch. Vince pokes it out there. Will he be able to beat this out? No, probably not. So that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, and none left, and we move to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Phillies. Ozzie Albies to the plate. Look at that stance, will you please? Good grief. Hey kids, here how is not to do your stance. If I saw one of my kids doing that, they wouldn't, put it that way. But it works for Ozzie Albies, so. Want to know the count to Ozzie. Vincent was wind up in the pitch. Just missing low. 2-0 now. Three and 0 now on Albies. Vince can't seem to find that strike zone. It's a hitter's count here, 3-0. Yeah, he was looking all the way on that one. Fastball in for a strike. And the 3-1 pitch on the way. Yep, low for ball. He walked him. So Albies is a base runner here, and well, Joe doesn't look too happy with that. But now they got to rely on the double play ball. Maybe try to get a quick 2-out spot there. Slider missing inside. I don't know how you don't swing at that, but here's the pitch. Fastball in there. Austin Riley, the batter here. That is not his actual batting average this season. Again, I'm not playing the live rosters. Curveball. And just out of the reach, strangely enough, out of the reach of Gene Segura. So 2 base runners here for the Braves here in the early going. Yeah, he left that knuckle curve right there in the middle of the plate. I'm actually surprised he didn't launch it into the outfield, but nevertheless, 2 base runners here for Atlanta. And that'll bring up Dansby Swanson. Inside for a ball. Braves licking their chops here after the beating they got last night. Low for a ball. Wow, okay. Two-seamer in there for a strike. 2-1 to count to Dansby Swanson. And the pitch. Curveball, the big hack and a miss there. 2-2 now. Let's see if Vince can pitch himself out of danger on this one. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him right on out of there. So that is 1 out as Dansby Swanson goes down on strikes. Nothing but high cheese here. Just blows it right by him. And that'll bring up the catcher, William Contreras. Slider in there for a strike. JT calls for it again. This should be 2. A low throw, but that will end the inning. So the Phils dance out of danger here with the double play ball there. Nicely executed. As after 2 complete, it's the Phillies 1 and the Braves nothing. Well, that'll turn the lineup over as Kutch heads to the plate again. He's doubled and scored. I mentioned I thought it was Mean Gene earlier, but obviously I was wrong. It was actually Kutch who scored. Kutch fits this one in the center, but it doesn't drop. But just as quickly as he came up, he goes right back to the bench. I thought it had enough to actually drop in for a hit, but clearly that was not the case. Speaking of Mean Gene, here he comes. Probably should have swung at that one. 0-1 the count to Gene Segura. Mean Gene flew out in the first. That was totally wrong. It was actually Kutch who scored and Mean Gene who flew out last appearance. Wow. So that was a ball, huh? Okay. I'll take it. 1-1 pitch. Low in the dirt. 2-1. Mean Gene fouls that one off. And the pitch on the way. And that, my friends, is a fair ball as it goes down into the left field corner. Mean Gene looking to get to second base, chugging around there, and he's in for a double. So after popping out, and that Braves butt is in the way. Thank you very much, cameraman. Here's the shot. Right inside the line, and it was down there for a double, a stand-up double for Mean Gene. And here's Bryce looking to maybe drive Mean Gene home this time. Outside, the curveball misses. 1-0. You know, looking at the Phillies' actual season, when Bryce or Gene Segura are not in the lineup together, the effects are surely felt. Bryce missed the entire Milwaukee series. Low for a ball. I'll tell you what, that lineup last night was kicking on all cylinders in evidence of a 12-2 victory. Phillies with a 1-0 lead here in the third. And that one dribbles down to Freddie Freeman, who does the unassisted put out there. And that will be, that will actually move Mean Gene up to third with 2 outs here. And we'll see if JT Realmuto can come up with an RBI here. JT 0 for 1 so far. Inside for a ball. Ian Anderson about a little 10 above the minimum here in the third inning. 40 pitches thrown. Outside. I mean, if I was a pure strategist in baseball, not up there trying to hack at everything, I would probably just let him keep throwing balls. But me being impatient, JT fouls that away. 2-1 the count now. As that'll put Mean Gene back on third. A lot of off-speed stuff on this at bat. 2-1 pitch on the way. And that will go right to the left fielder, and that will end the inning. So Mean Gene will stay on third, and the run will not score. And so a hit and 1 left. And after 2.5, 1-0 Phillies. Christian Pache, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Again, I'm not an Atlanta guy, so I'm sure my buddy Jay would be able to tell me that is pronounced correctly. Oh! Okay. Ball 1, says the umpire. And the pitch. That was in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. And the pitch from Vince. Change up, swing and a miss. JT calling for the changer. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it away. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning here into the Bilski channel and watching this simulated game of tonight's matchup between the Phillies and the Braves, as Dubes is there. Odubel Herrera is there for the catch. And out number 1.
Batting none. No pitcher.
Again, this game will be taking place in actuality tonight at 7:20 in Atlanta. Just kind of playing this out, see what happens. I'll be doing that a lot. Hopefully be playing more games here for you if you're into watching video game baseball. On the PS5, MLB 21 the show. Looks great, I gotta say. Even over a PS4, it looks really, really good. Pitcher versus pitcher. Here's Anderson. 2 quick strikes on him. 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside. That slider just got away from him. Vince looking for the punch out here. Might well get it. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs here as the pitcher Anderson goes down on strikes. And that'll bring Ronald Acuna Jr. to the plate.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Changeup, fooled him. A 90-mile-an-hour changeup. Wow. That's a heck of a changeup. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 96 on the gun. So Vince trying to pitch himself out of this inning. We shall see. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just missing. Just missing. A 1-2 count here. And the pitch into Acuna Jr. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Never ceases to amaze that art somewhat imitates life. In this case, video games imitate life. Vince, when he gets a little erratic, you can definitely tell that hopefully he gets under control here. Slider in there, but fouled away. Two pitch again. The curveball is popped up. Brad Miller is there. That spinning baseball on the ground, and that will be the final out of the inning as Miller puts it away. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the 4th. Still 1-0 Phillies. That'll bring up Alec Bohm. Singled and knocked in the Phillies' only run so far. Boehmer gets a hold of one, but it's going to be popped up into center field, and that will be out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So Boehmer, his last appearance, he knocked in a run. Well, in this case, he just 1 pitch, 1 out on that one. Here's Didi. Well, those are some snazzy looking sleeves he's got on him there. That's crazy looking. Didi got a hold of one, baby. He put it out there, but not far enough as Acuna Jr. puts that away. Thought that was going to go at least and hit off the wall. However, 2 quick outs here in the Phillies' 4th inning, and Brad Miller to the plate now. 0 for 1 so far on the game. Hopefully you're all enjoying your Saturday afternoon. Low for a ball. For those of you who are watching this wherever you may be, taking a small portion of your Saturday to watch this, I appreciate it. 1-1 pitch. Low for a ball, 2-1. So apparently Ian Anderson also a little erratic, trying to get the Phils to swing, and I'm catching on to his game. Miller catches one, but it's inbounds, and that will be an out. Just as I say that, the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 Phillies. And Freddie Freeman will start us off here in the bottom of the 4th. As Vince, his first pitch of the inning is a ball. Yep, that definitely was a strike, whether he swung or not. I got to say, this view from behind the pitcher, I'm not a real fan of. I like the kind of off to the shoulder perspective and the camera angle a little closer. In there for a called strike. So 1-2 now on Freddie Freeman. But this is the actual camera view at this place, so. Oh, this changeup fooled him. After throwing 3 straight heaters, Vince gets his 3rd strikeout, and Freeman goes back to the bench. Yeah, changeup. Bottom fell right out of it. Freeman swung right over the top of it, and that will be out number uno here in the Braves' 4th. Vince rocks into his windup in the pitch. Slider in there. Called strike. Marcell Ozuna grounded out in the first inning. Did he swing? Yes, apparently he did. That's a first. I think that's the first time I ever got an appealed call to go my way. Mark that one down in your books, folks. 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Got him. Hacking. I guess he was looking for heat, but he got a changeup. Excuse me, a curveball. That's a fourth strikeout for Double V here as Ozuna goes down swinging, as did the guy before him, Freeman. So 2 outs here, and that will bring up Ozzie Albies. Curveball sliced out to center. Odubel Herrera is there, and that will end the inning. So once again, the pitcher's duel continues. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And we move to the 5th. Still 1-0 Phillies. Speaking of Dubes, who just got that out, here he is. Odubel Herrera 0 for 1 on the day so far. In the actual game last night, he had a 3-run home run. Whoa! Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I got to agree with you there, Ian Anderson. That was definitely not a ball, but I'll take it. Can't give it back. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouls it away. And it's strange, too, because, Velasquez has also thrown some pitches down there, and it was called a ball. So apparently this umpire is a high strike zone. And he pulls it out to second. He's trying to go opposite field, but it didn't go that way. So Odubel Herrera grounds out here in the Phillies' 5th. And that'll bring up Vince Velasquez. Definitely a pitcher's duel going on here today. So once again, it's pitcher versus pitcher. Vince swings at that fastball. Look good. Anderson rocks into the windup in the pitch. And Vince pops it up. Contreras under it, and that'll probably be an out, and it is. So Vince goes down on a pop-up behind home plate, and that'll bring up Kutch, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a run scored. And the pitch. Changeup gets me too. Pitch on the way. Ay, should have let that go. Chose the right pitch, but it was in the dirt. Also want to remind everybody to check out my buddy GotMark76 and his channel. Also involved with the Wrestling Network, as I am as well. He'll be dropping a new wrestling show coming up where he does plays out the games as I do on here, but he does it with WWE 2K. Oh my. Long drive, deep left field, and baby, this one is gone. Andrew McCutchen sends it over the left field wall, and the Phillies now with a 2-0 lead on that solo blast by Andrew McCutchen. Nice shot. So Andrew McCutchen comes up there and puts one out in left field as we take it back to the replay. Yep, Anderson knew it too. He left it right up in the zone, and Kutch capitalized on it. Sends it right on out of here. 108.6 miles an hour. Yep, got out of here in a hurry. No question about it. And that'll bring up Mean Gene, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Aye, bad swing, bad swing. But to put a bow on what I was saying, my friend GotMark76, we are all involved with the Wrestling Network, which you can also find on Facebook, the Wrestling Network, where we... foul away. Where we pride ourselves in old school wrestling creations on featuring WWE 2K games. But he'll be dropping Slamboree coming up Monday, May 17th. Definitely don't want to miss that. And Ian Anderson did not miss Mean Gene as he pegs him right in the shoulder. Take your base, Mean Gene. Ay, right off the shoulder. So with a base runner and 2 outs, Bryce Harper to the dish. Quick to the plate, but inside for a ball. So definitely check out the Got Mark 76 channel. He'll be dropping his next spectacular. Him and Zach will be making the call for that one. It'll be Monday, May 17th, Slamboree. Some fantasy warfare using the old school wrestlers from years past. It should definitely be something you definitely want to tune into, especially if you're into wrestling games like me. Outside for a ball. Mean Gene there, you see on first base, if you're just tuning in, was just hit by a pitch by Ian Anderson. Was awarded first base there. Is a 2-1 count here now on Bryce Harper. Oh, I should have swung at that. 2-2, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I honestly don't know why they'd try to pick him off if you already have 2 strikes and 2 outs, but Anderson is holding him close as he checks over there. 2-2 to Bryce Harper. And right to the second baseman, and that is how it will end as the top half of the 5th comes to a close. But it was Andrew McCutchen who right here goes yard, put another crooked number on the board. And after 4.5, it's 2-0 Phillies. All right, we're right back at it here. It's Bilski back here with you once again with some Phillies baseball here on the Bilski channel, featuring MLB 21, the show. If you have the means by which to pick this game up or download it from the PlayStation Store, I highly recommend it if you're a baseball fan. And not only that, if you have Xbox, it's also available for that for the first time ever. Curveball in there for strike 2. Been a long time since the folks on Xbox have had a baseball game. I myself also had an Xbox at one time. Still do. Swings and fists it out toward left, and Kutch is there, and he's got it. So yeah, if you definitely have the means by which to pick this game up, either for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, any of the new Xboxes, Xbox One, Xbox One S, whatever, and you love baseball, video game baseball as much as I do, I definitely recommend it. So 1 out here, and that'll bring up Dansby Swanson, who is 0 for 1 on the day. That's into the windup and the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. And again, this view that you're seeing here, this is the actual view at Truist Park. Not a real fan of it. I like off to the shoulder, but I'm getting used to it. Yeah, I agree with you, Vince. That was a little close, but he's doing it for both pitchers, so it's all good. 1-1 pitch on the way to Swanson. Fouls that one away. 1-2 the count. Vince holding steady here. 52 pitches here as we are in the bottom of the 5th. Right at the minimum. Just foul. Wow, that just went foul. That was a changeup that he took to the opposite side. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses wide. 2-2 the count to Dansby Swanson. And the pitch on the way. He's fighting him off here. He's throwing some high cheese at him, but Swanson is fighting him off. The 2-2 pitch. Changeup fools him. Swinging a miss. He struck him out. 5th strikeout on the day so far for Vince Velasquez. I mentioned it before. When Vince is on, he's on. When he's off, he's erratic. Generally, he doesn't last very long. However, he's been very effective in this game so far. Low in the dirt for a ball. Phillies on top here in the bottom of the fifth with a 2-0 advantage over the Braves. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Catcher William Contreras up right now, who's 0 for 1 on the day so far. And the pitch on the way. The slider fools him. It tails away from those right-handed batters, and it really, I mean, even when I'm batting and I get sliders coming at me, sliders and changeups are not my friend. I'm like Pedro Serrano. Straight pitches, I hit. Curveballs, bat's afraid. Sliders, bat's afraid. Changeup, same thing. Swing and a miss. Another changeup by Double V, and now has a chance to get out of the inning here. Into the windup of the pitch. Grounds it up the middle. Didi has it, swings around, throws it, and that will end the inning. Great play by Didi on that turnaround, throw him out at first. So after 5 complete, Phillies still up 2-0. Going to bring up JT to the plate. He has struck out, lined out, and reached on a strikeout as he did his first at bat, which I actually thought they were going to throw him out. I actually thought they did, but they didn't. JT fouls that one off into the crowd there. I was going to say in the upper tank, but I think it may have hit the mezzanine and come down. 0-1 the count to JT. Inside. Anderson's already hit one batter, and Mean Gene got hit earlier in the last inning. 1-1 the count to JT Realmuto. And the pitch. Good pitch. There, fastball, strike 2. A pitcher's duel so far this game. The Phillies with the 2-0 advantage, but both pitchers have been extremely effective. That was a protect swing right there by JT. Still 1-2. And Anderson's pitch. And that is a swinging bunt. It's fair. Will he get him this time? Yes, he does. So a bit of a swinging bunt there, unintentional, by the way. And JT is out on a throw out at first base. This time he got him. So Alec Bohm to the dish now, who has singled and knocked in the first run of the game. I definitely should have swung at that one. 0-1 the count to Alec Bohm. He's back in my easy chair here. And he should have crushed that ball. 0-1 pitch. Outside. Curveball went away from the strike zone there. Anderson's pitch. Low for a ball. 2-1 pitch on the way. And Bohm goes opposite field. Will it drop? Yes, it does. So Alec Bohm with a 1-out single here, his second hit of the game. That was a late swing, a jam job, and it just, as we used to call it, a Texas leaguer, just drops right in the shallow right field here. Just out of the reach. Yep. So that'll bring up Didi to the plate. 0 for 2. He's looking to break out of the schneid here with Bohm on first base. Okay. Apparently he went. Well, you know, they gave me a strike, so I guess they had to give the computer a strike. Here's the pitch. Got under it that time, and unfortunately that will be an out if he doesn't drop it. And that will be 2 outs as Bohm remains on first base.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brad Miller.
So here's Miller, who's 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out in this game so far. And another one that's looking to break the schneid. Outside, the curveball just misses 1-0. Bohm is not really what you would call a base stealer. I mean, as long as his legs are, you'd figure he'd chuck down there pretty quick. But I don't really think that Anderson has anything to worry about. But apparently he does. A 1-0 count on the board. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th. Miller at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Ooh, wow. That was a jam job par excellence. 1-1 the count to Brad Miller. In for Reese tonight on first base. Just down the right field line, fair, and that will definitely get Bohm over to third base. So Miller gets that single right down the first base line as you take a look at it here. He got it kind of inside there. But he fists it right down that first base line, and that moves Bohm over, and apparently the Braves about to make a move here. Looks like Brian Snitker's coming out. He's going to take Anderson out of there. And that will be all for Mr. Anderson here in this one. So after a quick timeout here, the Braves will be bringing in a new pitcher. So a pitching change here, and we are going to see Mr. Josh Tomlin, a longtime right-hander. As you may recall, longtime pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. He's one of their top pitchers for quite some time, but relegated to the bullpen here in Atlanta. So now we got runners at the corners, 2 outs for Dubes. Ooh, nasty cutter. It was off this Josh Tomlin last night, I believe. Actually, no, that was Morton. Anyway, Herrera did hit a 3-run home run last night. Will history repeat itself? Man. One of the things the Phillies have done throughout the years, and again, art imitating life, is leave runners on base. I'm really trying not to do that here. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, I'll take that. I thought he froze me there. He froze me good there. A dribbler fouls away, and it's still 1-2. Herrera fought him off. So runners at the corners, 1-2, 2 outs here in the 6th. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. Tomlin trying to make him chase. Trying to make me chase. So Deuce is wild here. 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. Inside. So we will go from 0-2 to 3-2. I mean, he doesn't really have to strike him out here. He can walk him. Oh, a little early on that cutter as he fouls that off down the first base line. Nice battle going on here between these two. And he pops it up, and this might well end the inning. And it does. So they leave 2 runners on board, but unfortunately, it will be, much to the Phillies' chagrin, it will be, still 2-0. I really get frustrated when I leave runners on base. Even when I watch the Phillies in real life, I get frustrated when they leave them on base. So with that said, we move to the bottom half of the 6th. Phil's still up 2-0 thus far. Plenty of baseball left to be played in this one, I can assure you. A bunt attempt. JT picks it up, fires it down there, and he got him. Great heads-up play there by the captain. I don't know too many people who can outrun the arm of JT Realmuto. He's not the best catcher in baseball for nothing, folks.
Your attention, please.
And that'll bring up the Panda. Looks like he's going to be coming up to pinch hit for the pitcher spot here. Longtime San Francisco Giant, now in the Atlanta Braves organization. Wow, he just tattooed that. I think it hit the netting. You talk about a guy with some power. This guy has it right here. 0-1 pitch to him. Slider, he just watches it fall in there for a strike. 65 pitches on the day so far here in the bottom of the 6th, a little over the minimum. You figure each pitcher would like to throw at least 10 pitches an inning. He's not too far from that. The pitch. Pops it up. Bryce has a beat on it here. And puts it away. So 2 outs here as Sandoval is retired.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna.
So the lineup turns over for Atlanta as Ronald Acuna Jr. comes to the plate, who popped out and lined out in his previous 2 appearances. Did I say appearances? I meant appearances. You know what I meant. Curveball drops in for a strike. Phil's bullpen quiet so far. The bullpen has not been needed. And why would it? You got a guy out there throwing a 2-0 shutout. Pops it up. Odubel Herrera has a beat on this one. He's underneath of it. And he puts it away for the final out. So after 6 innings complete, the Phil's still on top, 2-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves.
Well, we're back here for the 7th, and Luke Jackson, the perennial run letter-upper, coming in for the Braves. I remember seeing this guy pitch at Citizens Bank Park and let up a lot of runs. I have also, in this game and games past from 2019, last year, and even this year, played a few games, and he let up a few there too. But he does throw some heat. I'll give him that. 1-1 to Vince Velasquez, who's pitching a gem so far. Ooh, just foul. I thought that would have been a single. 1-2 the count, and the pitch on the way. Low for a ball. 2-2 now. Vince shucks it out to right field, but the ball is caught, and a quick out here. As Vince, well, I won't say quick out. He made him work a little bit. But Vince is down on that fly out, and the lineup turns over for the Phils, and that'll bring up home run guy. Put one over the left field wall earlier in the game. And this will most likely be ruled an error, but Kutch will make it to first base with a single. We'll see how that... It is a base hit. I see. Okay. I mean, really, his glove never actually touched the ball, so I guess you really can't rule it an error. More, I think it actually hit him in the face or the chest or somewhere, but it never actually touched his glove, so I guess it really wouldn't be ruled an error. Well, that'll bring up Mean Gene. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Down in the zone for a ball. Mean Gene doubled in the 3rd. Kutch on first. Takes his lead. Jackson comes set. And the pitch. An opposite field shot again, and that will... No, Kutch is going to stay at second. Didn't want to risk it. So a late swing by Gene Segura fists it out to right field. I really did try to pull that ball. I just swung late. But nevertheless, we got runners at the corners. 1 out. Bryce at the plate to face Luke Jackson here. Oh, he got under it. Good grief, he got under it. He had a long way to go, but he got it. That's a huge out number 2 for Atlanta. As Bryce got under that one and just popped it straight up. Maybe we ought to do what Lou Brown did. Every time Willie Mays Hayes popped the ball up, he told him to get down and give him push-ups. Hey, he stole that gimmick from the Fanatic, putting the Maloinks on the hitters. So that'll bring up the captain, JT Realmuto. 0 for 3, again, looking to break out of the schneid here. I should have swung at that. Getting a little ahead of myself. 2-0 here in the top half of the 7th. 2 runners on and 2 outs. In the dirt. But nice gathering there by the catcher to keep it in front of him. I probably would have sent him if the ball went behind him, all truth be told. Low for a ball, 2-1. Phil's with the 2-0 advantage here in the 7th. The 2-1 pitch on the way from Jackson. and that might end the inning. And it does. So the Phillies once again leave 2 runners on with that fly out. But after 6.5, it's the Phillies 2 and the Braves nothing. Well, Freddie Freeman will get it started here in the Braves 7th as he's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. Double V back to work. Curveball. Oh, and whoa, what am I doing here? I have no idea what I just did there. My thumb just slipped off the stick and hit the PlayStation button. Anyway, a ground out there.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcel.
Great fielding there by Vince Velasquez. That it hit him in the shin, and he managed to gather it up and throw out Freeman at first. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Fastball gathered in there at first base by Miller, and that's 2 quick outs. See, that usually happens to me. I get a hold of one, and somebody's glove just happens to get in the way. So, hey, it happens. That'll bring up Ozzie Albies, who's 0 for 1 and walked his last appearance. Vince, to his credit, is really mixing up his pitches. A lot of off-speed, and then some more heat, and then some more off-speed, and you never know what's coming next. Just really changing the eye level of the batters. Oh, that'll be a hit. That was a little premature dive on my part there, which probably could have been out number 3, however.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin.
You see the line for Vince so far. He's only let up 2 hits. That was only the 2nd hit let up all game. There's now a base runner here with 2 outs for Atlanta. Wow. You're really going to try to steal on that guy? Highly unlikely. That'll end it as JT Realmuto, the captain, does what he does best. Chuck dudes out at second base. After 7, it's 2-0 Phillies.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
And it looks like Atlanta's going to be bringing in a left-hander here, Tyler Matzek. Don't know much about him, but he's a left-hander. So let's see how the Phillies respond as Alec Bohm to the plate. Got a hold of one on the first pitch and fouls that one down the third base line. Sun has set here in Atlanta. We are in the 8th. Outside for a ball. I'm toying with the notion of actually getting the bullpen up so I can get the closer in there, either Hector or Jose, to close it out. Whoa! Just a bit high and inside. So the young left-hander has got a little wild there. Kind of going upstairs on that just a tad. The 2-1 pitch on the way to Bohm. Okay. 2-2 the count. Of course, Alec Bohm 2 for 3 on the day. The run batted in. And it's gone. So a flighty little shot out to right finds an out, and Bohm is retired on that pop out. Cool glove there by Acuna. So Bohm retired, and that'll bring Didi Gregorius to the plate. Sir Didi is 0 for 3. Talk about a guy who really needs to get off the schneid here in a hurry. Late on the swing, pops it foul down that left field side. Obviously a better hitter against right-handers. But he's been known to go yard against the left-hander a time or two. Fouled off again, another cutter. Let's see if he goes with the cutter again. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Didi. Checks his swing. So if you're just joining us, we're in the top of the 8th. Phillies up 2-0 here, and Didi with a 1-2 count on him. Inside. Just under that elbow protector there that he wears. So a 2-2 pitch. And he pulls it right to Freeman. And he'll just step on the bag for the unassisted putout, and that's 2 outs. I'm really trying to do some more late swings and trying to get some opposite fields. At least in that time I was. Unfortunately, it didn't work. pulled it literally right to the first baseman. Here's Miller. So it appears that as this game has transpired, we're now in the 8th, and I'm just kind of putting it all together. This umpire really favors, if you're looking at it from this vantage point, the right side and the upper portion of the strike zone. Definitely not a low ball and an outside umpire. That was clearly a ball. There have been several pitches low in the zone tonight that both pitchers have been a victim of a called ball. The starter, Anderson, and Vince Velasquez. A 2-1 count here to Brad Miller. And the pitch. Low in the dirt, 3-1. So a definite hitter's count here as Odubel Herrera waits on deck. (3-1) to Miller. Well, there you go. Up and in. Ump calls it a strike. Well, we'll see what happens here. It's a 3-2 count with 2 outs. The pitch. Oh, man. Yep, I should have swung at that. So Miller goes down looking as the Braves avoid an inning as good pitching there by the youngster Matzek. It's 2-0 after 7.5. And Vince goes right back to work here in the bottom of the 8th.
The third baseman,
Austin Riley at the dish. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A little low. 2-0 now to Austin Riley. Rocks into the windup and the pitch. The changeup goes right to Miller, who will take it himself for the unassisted put out, and that's 1 away.
the batter, number 7.
Well, I'm thinking about doing another game tomorrow afternoon, or late morning, early afternoon, before the Phils take the field for Game 3 against the Braves. Might just be doing that. You can also keep track of what I'm doing with this and with the actual Phillies on my Bilski's Philly Season page on Facebook. Fastball in there for a strike. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2 in this game. Another one that has not been able to get off the schneid. 0-1 pitch. Oh, what a snag by Didi Gregorius there at short. And that's 2 outs, and Swanson can't believe it. He thought that was going to go through for sure. Quite frankly, so did I. So with 2 away, here comes the catcher, William Contreras. Changeup misses low.
1 ball, no strike.
1-0 pitch on the way. And he takes this one out to right field. Bryce is there. He'll put it away. And that'll be 8 innings in the books. So the Phils coming to bat in the 9th. Dubes, Double V, and Kutch coming up. So Brian Snitker coming out of the dugout. Looks like he's going to make a double switch. He's got his lineup card in his hand. Obviously to bring in a new pitcher, and it will be in the form of former Philly Jesse Biddle. Haven't seen this guy in a while. Started his pro career in the Phillies system. The left-hander. Yeah, we're going to get the bullpen up. Just in case. Just in case. Get Sam Coonrod up. That dude throws fire. Nah, we'll get Hector up too. So here's Odubel Herrera, 0 for 3 on the day. And Dubes over the head of the second baseman. He finally breaks the schneid. So Odubel Herrera, easy for me to say, gets his first hit of the game, and he only waits till the 9th to do it. And just out of the reach of the right over his head. Right over Albie's head. Yeah. I think it's time.
Your attention, please. For Philadelphia.
So Nick Maton will come out of the dugout. The young prospect in the Phillies organization. So Vince Velasquez's day is done, and the closer will be coming in. Phil's trying to maybe get some insurance runs here, as Jesse Biddle now faces And you're wondering why I brought in a left-handed batter, huh? Well, I just like this kid. And I just swung at a bad pitch. Nick Maton, through just about every Phillies pundit you can think of, reminds us a lot of former Philly Chase Utley. Fortunately, nothing doing this time as he grounds into a double play, and that is 2 very quick outs here for the Braves here in the 9th. Maton grounds into a double play, and here's a guy who's had a game, 3 for 4, including a home run. Low for a ball. A triple shy of the cycle. Wow, okay. Well, let's see what we can do about that. I don't think I've ever hit a cycle in this game, ever. And Kutch will not get that, but he will settle for a single, as that is his 4th hit of the day.
The batter number 2, second baseman.
I'll tell you, Kutch has been on his game here today. Or this evening. Wherever we are. Well, technically it's 4:37 Eastern Standard Time, so Eastern Daylight Time. Well, here's Mean Gene. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He has doubled and single, so he's a triple and a home run short of the cycle. Obviously, that's not going to happen. He tries to poke it out toward right, but fouls it off down the right field side, and quickly it's 0-2 as Phillies looking to keep the inning going here with 2 outs. Little checks over at first base with Freeman. Kutch back safely. Oh, okay. Well, that was a ball before, but it was a strike this time. Nevertheless, there was a hit or 2, a runner left, and we go to the 9th. I guess we'll be seeing Hector to close it down. You know what? I think I'm going to bring in Coonrod. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So Phillies go to the bullpen and are going to bring in Sam Coonrod, the fireballer, to try to shut this door, close it down. I mean, this dude's sinker is at 99 miles an hour. Well, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters are going to be the ones to face Coonrod here in the top half of the 9th inning. And he goes to work. Pops him up. Mean Gene is there. And that is out number 1 here in the 9th.
The catcher, number 8.
Vince Velasquez had a day. 5 strikeouts. He went 8 strong. Probably should be out there now, but I wanted to get a close in there to get the save. And I figured, why not? Only threw 80 pitches. Wow. Jeff Mathis in there. He's the pinch hitter for the pitcher spot. Right down to Bohm, and he belts it at third base. And he still got him. Wow. I can't believe that. I thought that Mathis would have beat that out. I thought that would have been a base hit. Actually, that would have been an error, but he got it and threw him out. Much to Bohm's credit, he bobbled it, but he picked it up and threw out Mathis, and now the Braves are down to their final out in the person of Ronald Acuna Jr., who was 0 for 3 on the day. .99 miles an hour on the gun. This guy, if you've never heard of Sam Coonrod, this dude, along with Jose Alvarado, who is also activated, these guys throw a ton. 100 on the gun. And that's not just in video game. He does that in real life, too. So the Braves down to their final strike here on this Saturday evening. And the 0-2. And this should end the ball game as it's out to Kutch. Why not? He hit the home run. And my friends, that is the game. As the Phillies blank the Bravos here with a final score of 2-0, and Vince Velasquez gets the win. Sam Coonrod with the save. As the Phillies head on out of the dugout. Well, Ryan Snitker is not all too pleased with this one. So the winner, Vince Velasquez, saves Sam Coonrod. The loss goes to Ian Anderson. As we take a look back at some of the highlights in this one, as Kutch had a day. Well, this guy did too. And another run batted in for Alec Boehm. Speaking of all these websites and everything on there, I believe that was the home run right there. Yeah, it was, right over the fence. Please check out Bilski's Phillies season on Facebook. That's where I kind of put updates about the actual Phillies and everything going on with what I'm doing here on the show. But there's your final. There's your final stats. Player of the game, Andrew McCutchen, 4 for 5 with a home run, a double, a single, knocked in a run and scored twice himself. A heck of a day for the player of the game, Andrew McCutchen. Vince Velasquez gets the win. He pitched 8 strong. He only struck out 5, but he was very effective. So hopefully the game coming up at 7:20 later tonight will yield similar results, as long as it puts a W in the win column for the actual fight in Phils. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, those of you who did. And I'll be on tomorrow with more Phillies baseball here on the Bilski channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night, everybody.